I'm going to show how to do a straight stereo swap on a Mercedes-Benz ML320. It's a 2003, so we're going from the old tape cassette to a new 7-inch media player. Also, because I got a universal cage to mount into the Mercedes to fit this radio, I just measured up this radio and then found the cage that fits it. You'll also need this small adapter to go from the Mercedes-Benz antenna plug into your new radio, which would take this style. This is most common. To remove the stock stereo out of the Mercedes, you're going to take your stereo removal tools and slip them down these slots on each side. If you do not have that, I used a small nail file and was able to pry the little tabs on the outside here through these slots and pull the stock radio out. So when you take your stock radio out of your Mercedes, you'll unplug your antenna. This is the fiber optics. This is used for a CD changer. We're not going to be using that. And you'll also unplug your stereo harness. So that'll send audio out to all your speakers and everything. And up top there'll be another harness plugged in here that you're not going to use. So we're going to take the harness that plugs in here that came with our new radio, and we're going to buy another harness that plugs into the factory radio harness in the vehicle, and we're going to solder them both together. So here we are in the Mercedes. This is the adapter or aftermarket harness I bought to plug into the Mercedes factory harness. And then, as you can see, I soldered it to my new stereos harness. I bought an aftermarket harness to mate with my Mercedes one. It was actually for a Volkswagen, but it had the proper connector. I did have to cut all this other stuff off, which I did not need to use. I only needed the wires that run to the speaker. You'll get a small diagram that comes with this that shows what each wire does, and it matches up with the Mercedes one. The only thing I had to add is I had to add this extra pin in here for the key on ignition for my new radio. So I just stole a pin off one of the leftover harness here, and I stuck it in there and I gunned it in, and it works perfectly. Inside the stock Mercedes cage there are those plastic knobs there. Those will have to be cut out to fit my new cage. Okay, so I have cut and sanded the frame of the Mercedes to fit this new cage. I've got my adapter plugged into the antenna cable on the Mercedes, and I've got my harness plugged in. The radio is ready to be installed. Just a quick side note, just showing how these universal cages work. You just set your mount to where it's needed to match up with the mounting holes on the cage, and then you just screw the plate here onto your new radio in whichever holes match up best with it. And there we go, it's all installed.